Hey y'all, so here we are, almost the end of December. A lot of you guys are posting your mango trees, they're blooming. And right now, the majority of my trees are doing something. They're pushing. There you go, you see the tips, how the tip gets green. So that means that your tree has activated. It's doing what it needs to do this time of the year. Now, whether it's gonna bloom or flush, chances are that anything pushing right now this time of the year, that's my Venus. She's pushing. See the green tips. Anything that is gonna push right now at this time of the year is most certainly is gonna be some panicles, some blooms. This is Lemon Meringue. She's zombie mode, and I'm just happy to see the trees itself, waking up. Because that means that, your tree is doing what it needs to do. It's, this one is just showing a little bit of green on the tips. It's doing what it needs to. And, that means that it's in good shape. It's my little CC Love, green tips. And when you're looking at your trees, I mean, you will know, well, this one you can see. Sometimes it's very visible once they start pushing out a little more. This is fruit punch. But, anybody that's familiar, look at this one. See, this one's still black, still covered with sooty mold. But once they start pushing, look at this one, you'll see that green, you'll see the green tips. That's where the new growth has emerged and it's starting to swell. So, that's a good thing. If your tree is doing that, then your tree it's normal. It's doing what it needs to do and waking up. This is a M4, still nothing. This little guy, I tipped it late in the season, so she ain't doing nothing. This is a P22. I planted it late in the season, so it's not doing nothing, and that's fine. It's fine, let it sleep. Pickering. Now this pickering, all of this is new growth that it pushed that in the, late in the season. So it'll probably push, it'll probably start doing something, but being that it's younger growth, it might be a little delay. Let me show you an older branch. And if you look at the older branch, there's pushing going on compared to the newer one, which has nothing. But I'm sure here's another older branch with little buds coming. Here's another older branch. See, so the older branches are already pushing. I'm probably gonna have staggered pushing on this tree. These newer ones, the new growth are probably gonna push a little later. But that's your pickering. Pickering is all reliable. I know that this will probably all be panicles, whatever is pushing, so I don't worry about that. This is my unknown variety, and it's got some swollen buds. It's just starting to push these buds here, but this one's it's still not doing much, and that's fine. Sweet Tart, my Sweet Tart has some right there. If you look, she's pushing. She got a lot of buds pushing there, some more green tips there. So this one has activated, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that activation. We're looking for those trees to start doing something. There's Valkyrie with the green tips. Still don't know if it's gonna be panicles or new flush, but I'm pretty sure that the majority of this push that I'm seeing is going to be panicles, because these are trees that have pushed panicles in the past, and so I know that they are capable of doing it. Super Julie was the first one that pushed last season. Back in November she pushed. This year she's a little delayed, but we got the buds are just starting to push. She has some swollen buds on the tips. and they weren't doing much, but yeah, I'm seeing they're starting to push, slow but steady. So all of these buds are gonna start swelling up, and we'll see if it's gonna give me panicles or not. But it is waking up, and that's what we're looking for. Cotton candy is another one that is starting to wake up. Now I have some grafts on here. This is a Venus graft, and I see some little green tips coming out there. This is unknown mango graft that I got on here. It's not doing much, but then that's the one I showed you over there. She's not doing anything either, so they're pretty much in sync. And I have Sugarloaf here as well. I have a Phoenix, which is doing a little bit of a push there. I don't know what it's gonna be, but the cotton candy tips, they're green already. So if you look, they're green. So cotton candy is starting to push. There you go, starting to do its thing. And I'm sure they're gonna be panicles because cotton candy has pushed in the past, and there's no reason why it would not give me panicles. So there's a few different grafts on here. I'm just checking out the different grafts. That's nothing. I got a little cat graft here. She's just starting to push the tip there. It didn't have anything a few days ago. So everything looking good, guys. For me, everything waking up for me. There's some nice tips there. This is a sweet tart graft on my Phoenix tree. She has awoken. Phoenix is the one that's most ahead of everything. See those big nice tips? So Phoenix is pushing. She's further ahead in the game. This is an Edward graft on my Phoenix. Green tips. She's pushing. Alrighty. That's good. And I have a pineapple pleasure graft in the front that I believe is pushing as well. This is my Edward. I'm just starting to see the tip breaking out there. Tips are starting to go green, so Edward is activated. That's good. So far as you can see, all my trees are pretty much starting to do something. This is Sugarloaf. There's Sugarloaf, green tips. And that's what you're looking for. You want to see those green tips, you know? There you go. Green tips, guys. So if you're seeing a tip that's black with sooty mold and you don't see that little green at the tip, yeah, it's not pushing yet. Here's another one, Karen Michelle, green tips. Green tips is what you're looking for, guys. We'll worry about whether it's gonna be blooms or not later, but that's what you wanna see. You wanna see the green push. You wanna see your tree activating at this time of the season, because that's where you wanna be. Pineapple pleasure here. She's pushing, so that's good. I have a graft on here. The graft is a Venus graft. I'm pretty sure that was a Venus. And the Venus graft on this one's not doing nothing. But I didn't label it. I'm thinking Venus, but you know, now that I'm thinking about it, it might even be K-Sar. My K-Sar's not pushing either. All right, so Phoenix. There you go. Nice tips on the Phoenix. And because it is a Phoenix, I'm pretty sure it's gonna push panicles because that's how Phoenix does. Not Phoenix, I'm sorry. Pickering. This is Pickering, guys. So Pickering is reliable, and it likes to push panicles. It likes to fruit, even at a small tree. All right, swing around. Let me show you another Pickering that I have in a pot. And as you can see, It's got buds, it's pushing. This one may push flush, which is good. That's what I want because I actually fertilized and watered that one throughout the whole season. So I'm hoping it doesn't push panicles. Sometimes you want to have flush, you know, things in containers, you know, sometimes you just don't want it to push panicles, but it's Mother Nature and she does what she wants. CC Love in a pot. Nice big buds on all her tips, so we'll see. Those look like they're gonna be bloom buds. And I fertilized that tree and watered that tree, hoping to get flush, but that's nature, guys. So here we go, P22 in the pot. Tips are pushing. And then moving right along, this is our creme brulee. No, this is not my creme brulee. This is the Dupois Saigon. Sorry, guys. She's got buds pushing. She's got your green tips. Green tips, so she's activated. She's good to go. She's right on her path. There's the Sugarloaf from the other side. See the big buds. Okay, moving right along, we got Kazar. Kazar, it's nothing. And that branch, this scion here looks just like that other one that I showed you on my Pineapple Pleasure that I think it's Venus, but it may actually be a Kazar that I grafted. I guess we're gonna have to wait till it finally fruits. But yep, Kazar's not doing much. It's sleeping, guys. And you know, you're gonna have some trees like that. You know, the Kazar has always been a little slow for me. That's the Edward from this side. As you can see, the tips are green. Kazar has always been slow for me. And it may be just because that spot doesn't get enough sun for it. And you know, you'll get slow growth, unfortunately, if your trees aren't getting the sun they need. But that's it, guys. I showed you everything. Fairchild. I don't think I showed you Fairchild, but Fairchild does have tips that are starting to push. It's just starting to push. Now this tree, I tipped it late in the season, so all this front growth is newer growth. On the back side where it has older branches, I did see some tips that are starting to push, so that's good. So guys, yeah, everything for me is pretty much pushing. And you know, like I said, go out there, check your tips. You see a tip like that, it's not doing nothing. Okay? That's a dead tip, it's not doing nothing. All right? So look for something like this. Look for something like that got, you know, green buds, or something like this, which is that green tip. All right, you have to go out there and you have to actually look for it, guys. You know, if you're waiting to actually see your panicles, well, then you're not gonna know. But just go out there, search your tips, man. You'll see, your tree will tell you. All right, guys, so that's it, man. Everything looking pretty good for me. It looks like, you know, all my trees are gonna do what they need to do. Hopefully we'll have panicles. I'm saying probably mid-January. The scenario should look different. I should have everything with panicles. All right, guys, take it easy.